Undisputed, live from Los Angeles. I'm Joy Taylor here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Bayless?
How you doing?
Good. Good to see you. You okay?
I'm great. That was a little different version of our opening song from Wayne, and now it's going to be in my head all day long. No mercy, which is what you're about to
He
get.
said that Shannon Sharp is the sharpest one, and he cutting up. So I'm about to cut up on you, Skip.
Here we go.
Let's do it. We're starting off today with some exclusive video. Yesterday, TMZ talked to Floyd Mayweather about Conor McGregor. TMZ has shared that video with us, and you'll hear it right now for the first time. Here's Floyd on Conor.
Were you able to see the Conor McGregor fight?
I didn't really know that he fought.
You didn't know? You didn't see it, or?
No, absolutely not.
I thought you would be interested. I mean, he's like the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, the UFC.
I didn't know Conor McGregor was undefeated, but I didn't know that he had a reign in MMA for 20 years and undefeated, and was world champion in 5 different weight classes. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys telling me something new. If you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA.
Well, do you
I mean, if you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, I'm trying to find out. Have you ever made $300 million in one night? Have you ever made $100 million in one night? Have you ever made $70 million in one night? So, as far as trying to say that he's the Floyd Mayweather of MMA, I mean, it's okay to just to say it, but it's not true. I'm a legend, a living legend. You know, I gave just for the boxing, I gave years and years of hard work. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Had a tremendous team, had a tremendous run. I think that it's time for Conor McGregor to go out there and do what he do. Never compare Conor McGregor to me. That's a total disrespect.
Well,
I mean, once again, I'm an elephant. Elephant don't beef with ants. You know, elephant is so large you don't even see ants.
You can see the rest of Floyd's interview on TMZ Sports tonight at 11:30 Eastern on FS1. Skip, what do you make of Floyd's reaction to that?
Before you go, Skip, can you explain to me why I beef with you since I'm an elephant? I'm Floyd Mayweather. You Conor. You about to get taken down.
The bull elephant is sitting on this side of the table when it comes to debate. You know what just happened? Conor McGregor already got to Floyd Mayweather Jr. This was the equivalent of Floyd looking up and boom, just getting rocked by one of those sharp, quick, lightning lefts from Conor McGregor. And he's a little staggered on his feet as TMZ got him walking through the streets of New York City. Aha! So he's back in the stomping grounds where UFC was, obviously, at Madison Square Garden on Saturday night. And Floyd Mayweather Jr., who I proclaim the greatest defensive fighter ever, was really on the defensive. You want to talk about thin skin? You want to talk about coming across as a little threatened already by Conor McGregor? You want to talk about Floyd coming across as a little jealous of the stature of Conor McGregor? Not just in UFC, but in worldwide stature, because I think Floyd is already getting the drift here that Conor McGregor is bigger than Floyd Mayweather Jr. on a global scale. UFC is taking over from boxing, and Conor has taken over from Floyd Mayweather Jr. I did think it was interesting. He actually talked about himself in the past tense there at the end of what we just saw, as if he did that and it's over and done, which surprised me a little bit, like he's almost giving in and giving up and saying now he should go do what he does. But to me, in the bigger picture, this whole elephant analogy is, it's the first time I've ever heard Floyd, slender little Floyd Mayweather Jr., compare himself to an elephant, because as I just said, the bull elephant here is Conor McGregor. And I think Floyd did watch that fight. I think he was not being truthful about not watching that fight on Saturday night, the UFC fight, what happened to poor Eddie Alvarez in that fight. And I think that Floyd saw someone he could not contend with, even under boxing rules with 12-ounce boxing gloves. And I think he knows as he nears 40 years of age that there's no way he could risk his legacy against Conor McGregor, who, by the way, is an even greater trash talker than the great Shannon Sharp was in the National Football League. This is the greatest trash talker I've ever seen. So I think Floyd knows that a build-up to a potential Floyd-Conor fight, he might be overmatched in the trash talking department.
Oh yeah, he's definitely overmatched in that department.
And he could lose the fight before the fight. And in this case, if I may quote Hamlet here, do you remember the line from, forgive me this, my Vanderbilt's coming out of me here, but Act 3, Scene 2, Gertrude's line about methinks the lady doth protest too much. Well, in this case, Floyd doth protest too much. He's overly defending himself as I'm the greatest ever. Don't you dare to disrespect me, because I think he sees and knows that Conor McGregor has
Floyd couldn't weigh 170 pounds unless he had a 25-pound weight strapped to him.
Well, neither could Conor McGregor. 155?
Floyd, the heaviest Floyd has ever been was 154. He fought at 154, maybe once or twice. He probably weighed 148, 149 at the time. He's not a large man. So that's, and he trains all the time. But there's different types of training. You can train, but not be in boxing shape. He hadn't fought in over, 14, 15 months, Skip? So now he's going to have to reprogram himself. We see guys all the time. Oh, he's in shape, but I'm not in football shape. I'm in shape, but I'm not in basketball shape. Floyd would have to get back into boxing shape. And you're asking Conor McGregor to refocus his entire way of thinking, because now he can't kick, he can't take anybody down, he can't elbow anybody. He has to just strictly stand up and put these. Well, Floyd is the master of throwing CDs. You know what CDs are, Skip? CDs, that's what Floyd do better than anybody else in his weight class. From 147 down, Floyd is the baddest mate.
You know, right now, nearing 40, I don't think Floyd could knock me out. That's how much punching power he has. He hasn't knocked anybody out in, a decade, it seems like?
Skip,
seriously.
He wants to make you look bad. When you throw a punch and then he hits you with 3 or 4, you're like, which one of y'all hit me? Is the rough fight, am I fighting 2 people in this ring? Because as soon as Conor throws 1 punch, rat-a-tat-tat.
Puff, puff, puff.
Yep. And guess what's going to be puffy?
Powder puff, powder puff, powder puff.
Be swole up, lumped up.
And then all of a sudden, one, boom. Where did that come from? Lightning. Pooh. Hit.
I bet by the 5th round, Conor McGregor looked like he got the mumps. Jaws all swole up. Eye closed for the weekend. Then what you gonna say, Mr. Bayless?
By the 5th round, Pretty Boy Floyd's face, which has been mostly unmarked.
How you think he got the name Pretty Boy?
Well, I got it. And he is a pretty boy, but he would have some blood on that face. There'd be some red.
No stitches. No stitching done. No corrective surgery for detached retinas being hit in the face. Nothing. No scars.
Because it's peck and run, peck and run, peck and peck. Peck, 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 peck.
And the man, and he doesn't even have a makeup artist. And face is flawless. He probably don't even get facials and face look like that.
Well,
been boxing for 20 years.
12 marathons. You can't catch him.
How can you fight 20 years and not have one scrape?
Greatest defensive fighter ever. He's made a mockery of boxing. In fact, I can make the case Floyd Mayweather Jr. has done more to kill the sport of boxing than anybody who ever boxed. As great as he is, it's all defense and very little offense.
Tom Brady is the greatest throwing quarterback ever. If that's the way you're going to do it. Tom Brady is the greatest.
Has he killed the ratings of football?
Whoa.
That's who you want to watch.
If he a fighter, you fight. You got to defend. The objective is to hit and not get hit. I never heard of that. You go in the ring like, okay, well, I'm going to try to take like 55 punches, but I'm going to try to get off 100. If I can take 2 punches and get off 35, that's what I'm going to do. Floyd's job is not to get hit. That's why he's pretty. He like this. Hey, Skip, you know I took my picture, my senior picture. I take it like this here, Skip.
You take a selfie. You take a selfie before every show. You post it? I don't know.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I got scrapes up under my freak accident. Making a tackle, guy shoulder pad cut me up under my eye. I got a helmet on and everything. Floyd has been in the ring for 20 years with no headgear. Not one scratch in his face.
Run. Duck, 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 duck. He's got the greatest head in boxing. You can't catch him. But this guy has lightning hands, both of them. He's left-handed, which is a problem to start with ambidexterity in his right hand. He can flat out box. And the more I watch him, the more I realize he is mostly boxing. They call it striking, but he is boxing. And he can box the way nobody can box in UFC. And he's a little bigger than Floyd, a little stronger than Floyd, and as quick with his hands as Floyd is. So now we would see, and here's what you keep overlooking. You want to talk about killer will, kill or be killed will? This guy has it. This is a crazy man who would not go down. I mean, Floyd can't knock out anybody anyway, so there's no way he could knock him out. And the point is, Conor McGregor would just keep on keeping on. He would keep on coming, and he would hit and hurt Floyd, and it would go 12 rounds, and I believe he would win it because he would tag Floyd harder and more often than Floyd was able to hit or hurt him.
We have seen Conor McGregor do this, have we not?
Yeah, on the ground, wrestling.
That's my point.
170-pound guy? Is Floyd going to take him to the ground and put him in a chokehold? What's he going to do?
No, these right here.
That's what I'm saying. Right, so what are you talking about?
You know what? You know Floyd does. Floyd make people chase him around. See, normally people normally people don't follow someone that gets beat up.
Thể hiện nhãn quan chiến thuật tuyệt vời là điều mà khán giả đã quen thuộc mỗi khi cậu này ra sân. Không nghi ngờ gì, đây sẽ là một thứ vũ khí của đội tuyển Việt Nam tại
Conor McGregor would force this action because there's nothing.
How you gonna force a man? The man has been fighting this way for his entire life. Now all of a sudden you're gonna force him to break habit.
Yep, he would, because Conor wouldn't care about those little powder puff.
Oh, Conor
just wouldn't care about them. No, he just walk right through them. Boom.
Hey, little beast thing. Then it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3, then you're 4. Then now you're lumped up. Now Skip Bayless. Now we're gonna come in because what's gonna happen? They might fight. How much? Look, for Floyd, it's got to be worth my while. If you're not talking, first of all, don't call me until you get a number like 150 mil. Once you get to 150 mil, call Leonard Ellerby. Okay, now we're gonna start to talk. Get to 200 million. I'm gonna say, well, look. I need 8-ounce gloves. I need this is the size of the ring that I want to fight in. Get to 250 mil, I'm going to say, you know what? Meet me in Vegas on May 5th, because that's the only day I fight. I fight Cinco de Mayo, and I fight Labor Day weekend.
All right.
So after that...
You said, can Conor McGregor command $300 million in a night?
No.
Yeah, he could against Floyd. Watch. And I think Conor would be the bigger half of the draw.
Hold on, time out. If you think if Conor McGregor gets $300 million, Floyd Mayweather getting $600 million.
I think it'd be 50-50 split.
I ain't giving Conor McGregor no 50-50 split.
Why not?
For what?
Because he's bigger than Floyd. He's more popular globally than Floyd Mayweather. He is. I'm sorry, he is. People are tired of Floyd.
Is he unbeaten and untied?
No.
Who gets tired of winning?
Nobody in UFC
Who's tired of winning?
The best fight the best.
Who is tired of winning? No, winning doesn't get old.
It gets old when you win. That's what he does.
Hold up.
Defensive winning.
Let me ask you a question. How many track meets does Usain Bolt in his prime run a year? Probably 8. They don't say, well, Usain Bolt, you need to run 20 times a year. You also need to run the 400 meters to prove how great you are. Floyd Mayweather say, look, this is what I do. You get 12 rounds, 3 minutes per round to try to do something with me. And they can't. Shall I dance? Bop.
Yeah.
Bop, bop.
Here's what Conor McGregor just did.
Did what?
He ignored the advice of Dana White, and he took on Nate Diaz a second time, which was the equivalent of an Ali Frazier in the punishment dished out by both of them. They nearly killed each other in the second fight. And Dana made the point on our show, in the interview I did with him, what was it, a month or so ago, that It was the kind of fight that can take years off the end of your career. That's how bad it was. And then all of a sudden, Conor says, within, what was it, a couple of months, he says, I want to fight again. And Dana said, no, it's way too early. You haven't healed up from that because you gave and you took. You took a lot from Nate Diaz. It was a battle, man. I'm not going to go to war because I hate that term, but it was a battle. It was as physical as I've watched since Ali and Frazier went at it, the Thrill in Manila.
I love how you love to quote Dana White when he says Conor McGregor is tough and he wanted to fight 170, and after he lost, he says, I don't want to fight anybody else. I want Conor McGregor. But you won't quote Dana White when he said Floyd Mayweather would bust him up.
He did not say that.
He said,
the more we talked about it, the more he came around. He said, you know what? The last time he was here, he said, you know what? The more I think about it, I don't know. It would be interesting.
He said if it came to fruition, he would definitely give it his blessing. But he said Floyd would have a supreme and a decided advantage.
Yeah, and he keeps admitting, as he did on our show on Friday in New York City, that the more he doubts Conor McGregor, the more he doesn't doubt Conor McGregor, because he just keeps proving him wrong. And he proved Dana wrong again on Saturday night. He took on the lightweight champion after, what was it, from August, maybe it was almost 3 months. That's not enough time to heal up. This guy didn't need to heal up. This is the baddest man on the planet. You know it, and I know it, and now Floyd knows it, and he just basically told that to TMZ.
Well,
baddest man on the planet.
Like Floyd said, call Leonard Ellerbe when you get to 150. He'll pick up the phone. Call me when you get to 300 million. See, in the meantime, all the conversations going through Leonard Ellerbe. Once you get to 300, that's when they call. That's when they call money.
There is not enough money in the world for Floyd to risk fighting Conor McGregor in boxing. Boxing, not enough money.
Skip,
sorry.
I love you to death, but you were so wrong on this one.
Nope, I'm right about this one.
And Mayweather, I don't. You know what, Skip? Normally, when I fall on my knees at night, I pray for help and God to watch over my family. But if he could just give me one more and let this fight happen, and let, boy.
See, here's my final point. I have had my doubts about my man, Manny Pacquiao, after he had a religious conversion, became a Christian. And then it was hard for him because he was having a hard time reconciling the violence of boxing with, can I beat this man to the point of I have to hurt this man? Can I put him away? Can I knock him out if I get him in a vulnerable position? And I think Manny keeps answering in his psyche, no, I can't do that anymore now that I'm a Christian. Conor doesn't care. If Conor got Floyd in a vulnerable position, this man will attack the way I've never seen anybody attack.
The one man that will be hurt more than Conor McGregor when Mayweather do him in is one Mr. Skip Bayless. That's going to hurt you, Skip. No. That's going to put another 75 L's on your belt.
I have high confidence in this. Okay. I believed in Dak Prescott from August on, and I now believe in Conor McGregor.
Stop trying to sneak the Cowboys in here.
I snuck them in because they belong in
whatever.
They belong to apply to a lot of things. I do think that you're wrong about the amount of attention it would get. There wouldn't be a person who's interested in sports and even not that wouldn't watch this.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one person you could fight that's more interesting, and I don't even know, and you can argue that, and that's Pacquiao. Which is not looking like it's going to happen. Everything would everything would be on Floyd's terms. He has everything to lose. Team now? And Conor's 28 and Floyd is almost 40. Everything. Mayweather has everything to lose.
Ain't nothing like that old man, that uncle strength. Floyd got that uncle strength.
He never had it. He didn't even have cousin strength.
He's the best defensive fighter of all time.
You hear that? That's the hater alert going off. That's the hater alert. Two of them going off real loud. Joey and Skip hating on
Floyd. I dare you.
Don't worry about it.
He knows that he's hearing the footsteps. Conor's coming right up behind him.
Coming up, were Skipper Shannon impressed by the Giants' win last night? They debate that next.